Hello and welcome back to the Football Rundown. We're back with another match preview today as Stockport County take on Rotherham United away from home on Sunday, and of course it is the day after Boxing Day where Stockport County did face that 1-0 defeat to Huddersfield. A disappointing performance, a disappointing result as well, more importantly. And of course it's gone out on social media platforms since. I put clips up of the handball situation. It's on TikTok, it's on YouTube. Check it out if you haven't seen it. I believe the goal should have been disallowed for handball. That's my view on it. Look, everyone's got their own view on it. Some people think that, it wasn't a handball. Some people believe, like me, that it was a handball. But I'm just going to explain it one more time, and I kind of want to leave it at that. I clearly see the ball come off his chest, go onto his right arm, which enables him to control the ball, which makes it easier for him to get the shot off and score. So I think it should have been disallowed. But as I say, everyone's got their own opinion on that, which they're entitled to. But I kind of want to leave it there now because I'm fed up of talking about it. A lot of people exchanging their opinions, which is fine, but I think some people are missing the point. Just because it might have gone in their favour and you're a Huddersfield fan doesn't necessarily mean you can't say that it was never a handball. I think we've got to have some realism here, and I think it was a valid question to ask about whether or not it was a handball or not. I certainly don't think there's no debate on that. So look, I don't mind people disagreeing with me, but to say that it was, not even close, not even a discussion, I disagree on that one entirely. So yeah, Stockport County against Rotherham United then, of course, on Sunday. I'm going to keep this one brief because I'm not feeling 100% to be honest, if I'm being honest with you guys. So yeah, we'll keep it brief, but this match preview, I wanted to get it out for everyone because that's what I promised to do. Let's have a quick look at the results then on Boxing Day, of course. Leyton Orient with that 3-0 win over Crawley Town. Birmingham City getting a 2-0 win over Burton Albion. Bolton Wanderers losing 2-1 at home to Barnsley. Charlton Athletic with a 2-1 win over Cambridge United. Exeter scoring 3 over Bristol Rovers 3-1. That game ended. Of course, Huddersfield with that 1-0 win over Stockport County with the goal coming in the first minute. Peterborough United beaten 3-0 at home to Mansfield Town, of course. Stockport County face Mansfield in a couple of weeks' time as well. Reading with an emphatic 4-1 win over Northampton Town at home. Rotherham United, of course, County's hosts on the Sunday, lost 1-0 at home to Wigan Athletic. Shrewsbury Town with that 1-0 win over Lincoln City. And then we have Stevenage losing 3-0 at home to Wycombe Wanderers. 3 goals to Wycombe Wanderers, keeping them with their push for the top of the table. And Wrexham with a 2-1 win over Blackpool. So this is how the League One table is starting to take shape then. Birmingham City have taken back top spot. Wycombe have dropped into second. Wrexham in that third position. Huddersfield Town still fourth. Somehow Stockport County remain in fifth position. Just 2 points ahead of Reading. Where of course Reading have a game in hand over the Hatters. Barnsley just outside the playoffs currently. I'm sure they'll be looked to be there or thereabouts coming in the season. We have a quick look at the bottom half of the table as well. There has been a little bit of movement in those positions. Peterborough have dropped down as well. Rotherham remaining in 18th position. Bristol Rovers and Northampton both lie just outside their relegation zone. And Shrewsbury managed to push up from 24th to 23rd, leaving Burton, of course, rock bottom of the League One table. And there we have the upcoming fixtures on Sunday in League One. There's some decent ones there, of course. You've got Charlton Athletic versus Wycombe Wanderers on Sky Sports Plus, as well as Rotherham United versus Stockport County. Both of those are 12:30 kickoffs. And I think probably the standout game in the 3 o'clock kickoffs. I mean, there is some good ones. Bolton against Lincoln is a good one. I suppose another good one would be Reading and Mansfield. I think that's probably the standout one for me, amongst many others as well. So Rotherham United then coming up for Stockport County, as I say, away from home on a Sunday. It's not been a great season so far in League One for Rotherham United. Of course, relegated from the Championship last season. I think many people would have expected them to have had a better, stronger season than they're currently having at this point in time. I mean, it's an interesting one actually. I think I predicted 17th for them at the beginning of the season. It was not a favoured opinion, but at this point in time, it doesn't seem to be that far away from being a reality coming the end of the season. Look, there's still over half a season to go. Don't get me wrong. So things can change, but at this point in time, it's not looking great for Rotherham United. In fact, Rotherham United are one of League One's lowest scoring sides so far this season, with just 19 league goals scored Only Burton and Stevenage have scored less than Steve Evans' side so far this season. Rotherham's defensive record actually isn't that bad though. They've actually conceded one less than the Hatters so far this season with 22 league goals conceded. Rotherham have narrowly lost each of the last 2 league games, with both ending in 1-0 defeats. The Mansfield Town and most recently to Wigan Athletic on Boxing Day. The Millers' last win came on the 14th of December when they beat Northampton Town 3-0. Interestingly enough though, Rotherham's form against the league's current top 6 so far this season is a little bit mixed. They've managed to take 6 points against top 6 opposition all season, a 2-1 win over Huddersfield back in August, as well as a 2-1 win over Reading in October. But other than that, they faced defeat to both Wycombe, Birmingham and Wrexham as well. Both of the Millers' wins have come on home soil though, so that's an interesting one as we approach this game on Sunday. Rotherham's Johnson Clark Harris has scored 6 league goals so far this season, including 2 in their most recent win over Northampton Town. He'll obviously have to be one to watch for County's defence come Sunday. So Rotherham versus Stockport County then. It's the first league meeting between the two sides since the 29th of January 2011. The Millers have cruised to a 4-0 win over the Hatters that day on home territory. The two sides actually met in the FA Cup during the 21-22 season, with Rotherham winning 1-0 thanks to a Michael Smith goal. You have to go all the way back to the 12th of February 2008 to find the last time that County earned a win against the Millers, a 4-1 hammering from the visiting Hatters that day, with Anthony Pilkington scoring once, as well as a Tommy Rowe hat-trick in a starting 11 that featured a future Wales international in Ashley Williams. So I think that one aspect of the game which is going to be very interesting as we approach this game on Sunday will be the team in which Stockport County line up with, to be honest. Obviously, Rotherham look like a team which can manage to relatively keep teams at bay in terms of not allowing them to score that many, but also seems to struggle to score goals themselves. I think it'll be interesting to see what kind of team Stockport County do look to go with. Obviously, with I think it's four games across 10 days from Boxing Day to the 4th of January against Mansfield. We're going to have to rotate a lot. There's no way that we can continue to play the same 11 every couple of days between now and, as I say, the 4th of January. So there has to be rotation. I'm sure there will be rotation. I think Dave Chalner said it in his post-match. Other than maybe the goalkeeper and a couple of defenders, I think most of the team will have to be rotated at some point over the next couple of games. And obviously with Birmingham City got to be the biggest game in these sort of next 3 games. I think Chalner's got to have his eye on that game against Birmingham at home at Edgeley Park on New Year's Day, and how would that affect the team selection this Sunday? I think it'll be interesting, but I think, look, we do need to rotate the team a little bit, and I'm actually going to go with the predicted 11 as to what I think Dave Chalner will go with. I think he'll go with that back 3, as we have seen him do throughout most of the season. Ben Hinch, of course, in goal. I think he'll stick with that back 3 of Callum Connolly, Fraser Horsfall and Ethan Pye. I think he'll go with Ibi Toure and Southern Hales as the 2 wing-backs. Lewis Bate and Oliver Norwood, I think, as those 2 central midfielders, with Will Collar slightly further ahead. I think he'll bring Cal Wootton back into the starting 11 alongside Louis Barry as well. I want to get your thoughts on whether or not you think that is the team which Chalner will go with. And here's the starting 11 which I would look to go with. It's a change in formation. It's a 4-2-3-1 that consists of Corey Adai in goal. Jay Mingy is the right back. Just not sure where he's been over the last couple of months, to be honest. He seems to start the season well, but seems relatively out of favour at this point in time. For Dave Chalner, he would be the right back for me going into this game, especially as we need rotation. So I'd like to see him given opportunity. Fraser Horsfall, of course, alongside Ethan Pye in that back 4, which also has Ibi Toure at left back for me. A 2-man central midfield of Lewis Bate and Oliver Norwood is what I think Chalner will go with, and I would also pick that as well. But I suppose these last sort of 4 attacking positions will be interesting, that front 3 and the attacking midfielder. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I want to see Lewis Fiorini given an opportunity in the league. I thought that, I'd like to have seen that against Huddersfield. Will Collar, again, just doesn't look quite at his best at this point in time. We need to rotate players. Will Collar's obviously seen as one of the key players. Why not rotate him for the Birmingham game and bring in Lewis Fiorini for this game against Rotherham behind the striker? Louis Barry, of course, into his final 2 games as a Stockport County player. Obviously, he'll start on the left-hand side, you'd think. Although I suppose you could create an argument that if he knows he's going back, is his head really with Stockport County, and possibly it might actually be a better decision to not start him. Interesting call, not necessarily one I agree with, but it's something I've considered. Jack Diamond to start on that right-hand side. Looked like he had a bright 10-15 minutes when coming on in that second half yesterday. I'd like to see him start on the right and see if he can try and get that from the get-go. So interesting. I'd like to see Jack Diamond start. As I say, he's not quite cut it in his first 6 months as a Stockport player, but hopefully he gets that opportunity to start on the right tomorrow. As I've said over the last couple of weeks, that position's very much up for grabs, and I'd like to see Diamond have a go at trying to take that spot himself with the game on Sunday. Then, of course, the striker position. Tanto Alafi started in what I think must be his first league start of the season against Huddersfield. I'd like to see him start again. I think it was the right decision by Dave Chalmers to start him over Cal Wootton, but unfortunately I just don't think we're able to get the best out of Tanto Alafi with the team that we picked. I don't think we're able to really get the ball to him as often as I think he needed it. So I'd persist with playing Tanto Alafi from the start, but I think with a little bit more support network around him, maybe we can find a little bit more joy in that final third. So that's the team I would go with versus the team I think Dave Chalmers will go with. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section below on the team you think that we should go with and the team you think Chalmers will go with. How important is rotation going to be over these next couple of days? It's going to be vital in my opinion. As I say, 4 matches across 10 days, including the game yesterday against Huddersfield. So yeah, I want to get your thoughts in score prediction. It's a game which County have got to win. I mean, out of the 4 games we've had from Boxing Day to Mansfield, this has got to be, it's not an easy game, don't get me wrong, but it's got to be the easiest game on paper. I know it's away from home, but County have to be winning this. If we can't win this game, I think serious questions will begin to be asked. So I think that County will win this game. I want to go with a comfortable 2-0 County win. I want to get your score prediction in the comment section below as well, of course. And just let me know anything generally around Stockport County as we go into this game, the final game of 2024 as well. So I just want to say a big credit to everyone who has watched the channel over the last year, helped support it, subscribed of course as well. And yeah, get your thoughts in ahead of Rotherham. My voice is going now, so I'm off. But yeah, big thanks to everyone. It's been it's been a strong year for this channel and for County, and hopefully more to come in 2025 as well. So big thanks to everyone, and as I say, looking forward to the game against Rotherham on Sunday. Match vlog will be out as well. Get your thoughts in, of course, as well ahead of the game on Sunday, and hopefully everyone has a good weekend until then. So yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you are new as well, as always, and thanks for watching.